Oh man, if we'd stayed and fight, I could have gotten a Tommy. Oh, I don't need a Tommy gun.
There are 5 people with Tommy guns, and on brief
Yeah.
recollection, you remember these faces.
Oh, who are these guys?
These are people from that photo of your friend's soldier buddies. These are people working for the Red Company. They are veteran soldiers wielding automatic weapons.
I thought the Red Company was. Oh, the Red Company, the Strikebreakers.
Yes.
Oh, well, I hate these guys, but unfortunately, I need to save the city.
Right. Being here for this sort of ambush isn't your deal. You
There
can
is
hear the
some.
sound of all of them just lighting up the entire place as you leave, and you can hear a lot of questioning and cursing as they are filling the place with bullets. Fortunately, the walls are made out of hard concrete and no bullets escape.
Wow, this is just wow. Bunch of crap was going on today.
But you are out of there. They can't
Wow,
catch you.
I love the worker shadow.
Came in, announced himself, and ran away.
Brave, brave Sir Robin, bravely
I
ran
remember when I was a
away.
novice. Yeah, I remember when I was a novice at crime fighting. They grow up so fast.
And I guess for James's point of reference, that's Martin's alias now.
Oh
God,
You've been working with them. You know what this alias is, by the way. Just for reference.
Yeah, well, you think I will find that out once my
So you can keep that to yourself, but right now Claudia is just grinning to herself and running away. You do have a means to contact Osborne now, of all people.
Yeah.
And
Kind of wild.
and I assume you turn in for the night right now, or
Well, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna
Right.
go home and make some phone calls. First, I want to call Dante, and then I'll call Zach.
You go ahead and make a call to Dante's apartment, and Sal will pick up.
I'm just checking in to see if Dante's all right.
Quite honestly, I don't think he is. He ran, from what I hear, he ran from a bunch of people at his theater. He wasn't looking too good, and he didn't want to leave. He seemed really worried about something. He's been going on about like how everything's not safe. He even asked me to leave the country. You're one of his friends. I, I've been trying to get some sense out of him, but he just hasn't told me a thing. Maybe you can.
Oh, well, can you put him on?
No, he's not here. I don't know where he got to. Apparently, he ran out of the theater, and whoever was looking for him didn't find him after that.
Well, call me or leave a message with my service. If I should
I
just go ahead and
will.
set up a service.
Maybe you could try the theater. Maybe he might be out there. And that's all that Sal has, I think.
All right, I'll call the theater.
All right, you call the theater, and Dante, you wake up and it's midnight, and you hear the phone ringing. You're just flat on your face on the stage.
I thought I fell asleep in a chair.
You fell on your face.
Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I hate it when I'm so tired I fall out of my chair onto the stage.
But you hear your phone ringing.
I mean, if you haven't experienced the rug burn you get from passing out and falling asleep onto a carpet, then you haven't, I don't know, lived.
How do you get rug burn on a stage?
Well, remember I put carpet down on the
carpeted it.
stage because it's covering a giant rune for protection. So I wanted to make sure that the
Oh,
rune
right.
wouldn't
That
be.
was several scorch
Oh, yeah,
marks
that's still
that
technically there.
Jasper's ghost left behind.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure that didn't get like erased or something, so I carpeted over it.
Right.
Right.
So you've been woken up by the phone ringing. Are you going to actually go answer it, is the question.
Don't see any reason why not to.
Alright. You pick up.
Dante, it's good to hear from you.
Hey, Claudia.
You sound down. You're not even pretending to use your accent. What's wrong?
I'm just busy. I don't know. What do you need?
I wanted to make sure you're okay. I've got good news and bad news.
Okay, hit me.
The good news is the entity will no longer hold Willow Springs in peril. We have successfully exorcised it.
No, yeah, I heard you're sending it right to the city.
So you already know the bad news. That cuts out a lot of explanation.
That's fine. It's
We
not
didn't
really
so
a
much send
problem.
it to the city. We really wanted to go to Jersey. I mean, that would be no great loss, but it's coming here instead.
I'll be honest with you. The city's gonna be destroyed soon.
Something else I don't know about?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Maybe they'll cancel each other out.
Oh, well, that's good. Wait, what do you think is going to destroy the city?
I don't know, some large fiery thing from the sky.
Another thing to add to the list. Why didn't we tell me fiery thing from the sky? I go look out my window.
Hey, it's dead dark. It's midnight.
You're sure it's this city?
Yeah, was supposed to happen yesterday. I think.
Oh, is it late? Does that normally happen with cosmic bodies?
No, it was during the daytime. It's sometime during the day.
It's clever for the giant flaming ball to come during the day. We never see it with the sun.
Anyway, I suggest you get out of the city.
Well, you sound disappointed. If it didn't come yesterday, what makes you think it's going to come today?
I've seen it.
I'm just gonna pause here a moment and think. It's like I'm going through all this trouble to save the city, and a giant flaming ball is just gonna blow all of it up. It's just my day, isn't it? 1920 is canceled.
Pack it all in. We don't need any more of it. Straight on to the 30s.
If there is a 30s. All right, so now to figure out what the crummy heck is going on. All right, so Big Flaming Ball is going to destroy the entire city. So I should stop trying to save the city from the entity then.
I thought it would be more worthwhile to get everybody out of the city, or at least the people you care about.
Shouldn't you be wanting the city and evacuating them? I mean, it's a giant flaming ball from space.
Yeah, I saw it in a vision. Evacuate immediately, right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you could go to Willow Springs. Apparently, it'll be safe there.
No, it's fine. I have work to do.
So, city's gonna be destroyed, but you're gonna stay here.
I mean, I saw it. I feel I'm the perfect position to fight it.
Oh, well, that's good that you're gonna fight it. Would anything help you fight this? Like, I don't know, a magic gem or something?
No. I'm more than likely just waiting for my own death. But it's more important that people like you survive, so if you want, I could get you tickets to South America. No,
Get my own
wait.
ticket.
Yeah,
Oh,
never
but
mind. I
that's
forgot I
cool.
gave all my money away. It doesn't matter.
Give all your money. Well, that's the second nicest thing anyone said to me all day. Well, Dante, if you feel that this is what you have to do to save the city from a giant flaming ball, actually, you are going to save the city from the giant flaming ball, right? Otherwise, there's no point in you dying in it.
Either I do or I don't.
That's the spirit. Well, Dante, I got to go stop the entity. Now you said the flaming ball will be here yesterday, but you're sure it's going to be here today?
I've seen it.
Okay. Well. Crud, this is my timetable. I gotta destroy the entity before the big fireball hits. How much time have we got?
You know, Claudia, it's a funny thing. These visions, they're kind of like promises, right? And you expect a promise to be fulfilled. So, I don't know, is my answer.
Well, apparently now, thanks for telling me this. Now I have an extra D12 penalty to do anything that prevents a giant fireball from destroying the city.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yay.
weird. It's kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't telling anybody for some reason.
I know. Well, it's occult horror, so I hear you. Okay, well, I appreciate that, but I wouldn't feel right if I didn't at least try to stop the entity before then, just in case the fireball hits the day after. I'm sure you understand.
Of course. You do what you
All right.
must.
Well, if I don't speak you in, Dante, it's been an honor working.
You know, if I had been trapped down there with those kids, I'd be about your age right now. And I hang up.
What a weird thing to say. All right, I'm gonna call Zach.
Zach is probably gonna jerk awake and crawl over to the phone and be like, "Yeah, hello."
That's why I got you a private room so you could have your own direct phone. Isn't it
Yeah.
great living in 1923?
Yeah, sure. You need something?
Yeah. So Osborne said she could bind the entity to her will. I think she's crazy, but she wants me to go fetch that gem from the newspaper. Do you remember that? It was in the today's story.
Wait, so you're planning a museum heist?
Well, that's why I want to talk to you first. Um, she really thinks she needs more magic power to do it, and then asked if Jasper could help. But
Wait, so
Jasper's kind of like not alive, right?
as far as I know, he burned to death in a fire 8 years ago.
Right.
I That is really strange. He mentioned Osborne in his journal once, but I don't know why she would think he was still alive. I was under the impression that she was responsible for his death.
Well, she might be confusing Jasper with you because the fact that you were showing up for a while and doing magical things, just like Jasper does, she might have thought that you were Jasper.
I mean, there's some resemblance there, but I'm also 8 years younger than him.
Well, she hasn't had a big look at you. Plus, also, she's an arrogant bitch.
That's true. So what? She wants me for something?
Well, I suppose she wanted more magical power, but unfortunately, Dante has to stop the city from, or Dante either has to stop the city or die in a giant fireball from space, so he's not available. And
Um,
you're still depleted from our
are we,
adventure in Willow
it's like,
Springs.
are we sure that Dante is in his right mind right now?
Um,
He's been acting
no,
pretty strange.
I'm not a trained psychologist. I don't think it's really my place. I'm sorry,
Well, it
guys.
looks
Am I
like
the worst player ever? I can't tell. I
okay.
mean,
Back on subject. You really think we can trust her on this?
oh no,
Because
we can't trust. I can't trust her at all. I think either she's going to be consumed by the evil. Uh, Best case scenario, she's consumed by the evil, and it still continues to rampage throughout the city.
worst case
Wor-
scenario, I get wrapped up in it somehow.
oh no, you're already wrapped up in it. It's coming to the city. No, the worst case scenario is that it somehow enslaves her as a sort of puppet against all of this. So, crud. I would be much. I would if we can get Sikovic involved in this. I'm pretty sure a Sikovic Osborne fight would be hilarious.
What? So we set the two of them against one another?
Sure, Sikovic is actually cunning and skilled and subtle,
I
and
don't
Osborne
think
is
I've ever
insane.
met Vukovic.
Um, I mean, Sikovic was successfully running a cult. The only thing the only thing that disrupted Sikovic's cult was Dante. Like, not even
That's
I could do it.
fair. It's like, just how many cults are in this damn city?
Oh my god, the city's just full of them. And this is just this city. Can you imagine what the other cities are like?
Ugh. Well, it's like if I need to cooperate with something, I will, but I'm iffy about lending any power I have to Osborne.
I was thinking that what we should do is we should steal the gem and then give Osborne a facsimile.
That could work. Can we make something that convincing?
Well, what's the newspaper report say the gem is made of?
It is a fire opal, one of the largest in the world.
Yeah, getting a big fire opal would be difficult. Osborne's kind of smart. But on the other hand, is it on display?
It will be on display Monday.
So she actually hasn't seen it yet. So if I steal it and produce it and give it to her, she would have no idea if this is the original or not.
Hey, Dick.
Hmm. I mean, I don't have any better plans.
Hey, Dick.
Yes.
Don't you have that friend that we made when we wanted to get those bullets done? Maybe he could help?
I mean, he's a metalsmith. I'm not sure if he could create a fake gem, though.
Yeah, we need a gemologist basically a jeweler.
Maybe a con man.
Anybody with forgery, which is rare.
Hmm.
I mean, Dante would be my best bet because Dante is a stage magician, so technically he's adjacent to forgery. I guess Dante's posse would know somebody. Maybe I should call Dante back.
It's like Dante seems previously indisposed at the moment, worrying
Oh no,
about
I just talked to him. He was a little chatty, but oh wait, that's right. I called his apartment and some of the babysitters there. I can call the babysitter and ask them.
Fair enough. Well, it's like I'm on standby if you need me for anything.
Yeah. She
Not
described
looking forward to seeing Osborne again, but maybe she can answer a few questions I had.
Well, the problem is I don't know where Osborne's probably the nexus wherever the creature is. The problem is you're depleted and Dante's useless, and the other two guys that we know are pretty good investigators who I hopefully are finding Osborne right now since I asked them to. It sounds to me like we will have to go to we'll have to find where Osborne's going to do a showdown with the creature, and then see if she's successful or betray her, and deal with the creature directly. But with you depleted and Dante out of the picture, man, my heavy explosives never arrived, did they? Because we haven't actually even gotten that far yet.
It's like oh yeah, you were ordering some heavy explosives, weren't you?
Yeah, given today is Saturday, the survey crew probably went out there and is probably maybe going to report tomorrow.
Oh, that's well. The problem is when they might get detained by the FBI.
A good point.
I mean, we don't know.
What's the survey crew doing as soon as the town is about to burn down?
Well, they would arrive in Willow Springs after the fire, and they would be looking for me. I guess they would have called me, wouldn't they? Have my phone number.
You've been kind of out most of the day.
Well, I'll have to ask my messaging, sir. I came home. Didn't I have any messages?
Yes, you did. It would be from from the survey company, and they're well, I believe the message is it will cost quite a lot of money. We're talking about thousands. These caves are enormous and will take months to fully explore and catalog.
Oh, well, then I'll probably just pay them the retainer fee and just tell them we're calling this off, because those caves are enormous. However, I think they could be open to tourism once we remove the real extracted spiders.
Oh boy.
Well, this is going to be a big cluster. So I guess I'm guessing Osborne's going to face off against it. Plus, also, there's a gang war going on between the strikebreakers and the strikers, which is hilarious if you ask me. Well, actually, I shouldn't say hilarious. It's a tragic loss of life. Why am I laughing? Oh, my stars. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna call Dante's babysitter and see if they can hook me up. If I need a fire opal with a very specific flaw. I don't have any supernatural senses, and I'm guessing you're totally drained, so you don't either.
Not at the moment, unfortunately.
The only person who could convince her that it was real, it was fake. Really, we need Dante, because Dante is the only person we know who still has any supernatural power. We're going to have to convince Dante to help us.
It's like even if my power was back, I don't think I can't really dabble in illusions.
That's okay. What we've got is we've got 4 able-bodied people. I'm gonna let's get the truck and a sack and some chloroform.
Oh boy.
We'll do this the old-fashioned way.
Well, you are already in the hospital. You could just steal a bottle of chloroform.
I'm like gonna like draw a little cross over his heart and be like, "Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad."
If we have to kidnap Dante,
You have your father's words echo in your mind. Reefer of madness.
never get tired of the joke. Hey, does it smell like chloroform to you? Yeah, no. I guess we just have to go kidnap Dante and bring him there. I'm pretty sure that Dante is a good person at heart. Once he's confronted with the imminent destruction of the city, he'll have a change of heart, or he won't. In which case, we try. Sounds good.
It's like you're the ringleader on this. I'm just an accomplice.
Well, I can't think of anything we would do that will recharge your powers faster. Dante's the only one I think who can even petition.
Yeah, probably.
All right. Well, listen, you get better. Are you feeling any better?
I mean, I'm up and walking around. The
That's
dizziness
good.
has gone away.
All right. Well, tomorrow we get to see Osborne make an otherworldly entity Earth Raw.
Oh boy. It's like this is sounding like a worse and worse idea by the moment.
It's the worst idea we've ever had. All right. Thanks. I'm gonna hang up
Yeah.
and then call Dante's babysitter.
Hey, this is Sal. No,
Al,
Claudia.
I'm just gonna be a little hypothetical here because I'm kind of in a hurry. But if you needed somebody to fake a very large fire opal with a very specific flaw, would you know somebody?
I mean, personally, I guess I'd like hire a glass blower to make a prop. Like,
Do
what are
know
you doing?
somebody?
Like, putting on a show?
Yeah. A very specific show for a specific person. And since you're a prop master, you might know somebody.
Uh, well, let me take a look through my Rolodex here. One. No, this is like glassware, and I'm like, oh, wait, I got somebody. Yeah, I got somebody. His name is what does this say here? My handwriting is terrible. Can you believe it? Uh, there it is. Jonathan Terrell. He's a gecko. He's out on 51st. He's got a place, small little thing. Uh,
Oh yeah, that's
independent
right.
business, so he's not closed down right now. Man, if I didn't know an artisan right now, it'd be impossible to get any glass. Whole place, she's shut down right now.
It's after midnight. Also, John Tyrell. What is this? More crystal than crystal?
Well, I mean, don't call him up in the middle of the night. I won't hear the end of it.
All right.
You know,
Well,
call him
I'll
like in
call-
the morning or something. I'm
I'll
only
call-
awake because I can't stop reading these comic books.
Okay, I'm the hysterical moment I call him in the morning. Yeah, I need you to fake the world's largest fire opal with a very specific flaw in a specific spot. It's not for a crime.
Definitely not suspicious at all.
I don't know what to bribe him with. I don't have any money. I've already tapped my well.
I want comic books.
With comic books.
Bribe him with comic books.
Oh my god. Well, this is just a cluster because we're just gonna go to the end of the world. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and call everybody else. And actually, are you guys at my house or are you hanging out somewhere else?
Two of them are
Zach-
still at the hospital,
Zach's
and
still
James
at
just
the
went home.
hospital, Yep.
Okay. All right, so guys, in the morning we're gonna go ahead and try to get this fake gem made, and then we're gonna go kidnap Dante, and finally confront Osborn.
All right. So that all sounds like a plan.
And hope and pray that I have at least a little power back by then.
Your power, yeah. Well, in the rules, your power recharges when the next episode starts. So,
So
So, if we want, we could call it here, and that's been at least 2 nights of straight bed rest for Zechariah, and we
Mhm.
can go ahead and roll the counter back for everything.
nice.
Because this is also a good point for me to figure out how this upcoming meet and greet and swap is going to end up going down.
the problem is I don't have any necessary skills to fool Osborn, and especially if the original gem has some sort of mystic power, I would have no idea how to fake that. I would know the first thing about fooling people about artifacts. The person who would know that is freaking Dante.
Well, you do have this iridium necklace around your neck.
Oh, that's right. It's supposed to have a fragment of iridium in it. I've been wearing this iridium necklace for no good reason.
That makes you feel cool.
Actually, I have been wearing it. It's in the trophy room.
Yeah.
I
I'm a
wouldn't know
superhero. I have a
I
trophy
don't
room.
think I
Deal
was
with it.
involved in that.
I just have this trophy room that's filled with crazy crap.
Nice.
So here we are, the breakstone necklace. It's iridium. Did you know iridium's not actually purple?
Well, it is now.
Yeah. It has to be chemically treated to become purple, but yeah. Yeah, the breakstone's necklace. It brought luck to him and it was from space. Yeah, that's in the trophy room. Along with all the other stuff. Such as the empty acid gun. And the Huntress's tomahawk.
Yes.
So yeah, we're just gonna have to kidnap Dante. He's not gonna be happy about that. But if we can't beat up a 50-year-old man,
I mean, I could paralyze him.
no,
If I-
we don't want you using your magic power for that.
That's
Your
true.
magic power, we need to save that for destroying the entity.
That's true.
I mean, technically, if the entity possesses the city, we should be able to exercise it.
Mm-hmm.
And just move. It's Jersey City's problem now.
I do appreciate, though, that you think you can out-magic Dante.
I don't think we out magic you. I think we beat you up. I mean,
Remember,
I've seen
I'm an expert at sleight of hand.
yes, but I've also seen people beat you up.
Aha, I traded places with my stunt dummy.
Did you? Or did you see me rub ketchup all over my chest?
Hey guys, it's my birthday today. I know all about beating up 50-year-old men because I have.
It's like I am slipping into a very morally
do this
gray
last time.
area with this character.
I think Dante's having a crisis of faith. Zachariah is almost depleted, and everyone else, we just want to save the city.
No.
Plus, also, there's another superhero battle going.
I mean, Dante already had a crisis of faith when he started talking to dead people. This is something else.
I know you've just got like a whole bunch of bullshit going on that we don't even know about.
How many times can we keep traumatizing Dante?
I don't know, but we're gonna. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. I have a dream, and I believe that dream is that when we get Dante meets Osborn, he will hate her as much as we do, and that will drive him to act.
We can only hope.
Pretty sure I've met Osborn.
But you must hate them.
I mean,
I think every time you've been around Osborne, it's been in a scenario where you're not the one actually confronting her.
well, yeah, no, I mean, I was there during the original confrontation. I was just the guy remembering everything because I was dressed as one of her workers. Because I'm very good at tricking people.
I don't know if there's any sort of ritual or anything to imbue any. The necklace. If it's the problem is I have the necklace listed as like a purple silver alloy. It's not pure elemental metal, is it? Or is it?
You had it like cast in silver, so it looks good, I think.
If the fragment itself is pure iridium, we could enchant it with the Hoplomaniac's benediction, which would give it some sort of power. And that might be enough to fool her.
No
I
idea.
mean, we
Again,
we
I'm
definitely.
I'm 100% in on my thing right now, so you guys are gonna literally have to fight me out of that theater.
Well, that's what we're gonna go do,
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
We're all
Chloroform.
we're all gonna fight Dante on this.
Can chloroform be
boy.
made into a gaseous form?
It is a
in-
gas.
Is it? I thought it was a
in-
liquid.
The vapors are what knock people out. It's not the
Right, but I
so when
mean, like, could
pour
you
it-
mix chloroform into like a smoke bomb? Or
Yes, in theory, it's possible to blow a chloroform gas under a door to incapacitate people. In practice, this usually suffocates you first.
Yeah, you are very likely to die from that.
something? Well, I mean, you'd have to
It turns
fill
out
a.
you only need small amounts.
You'd literally have, if that was the plan, you'd have to fill a theater with it. So yeah.
No. During the 1920s, there's paranoia about knockout gas and chloroform gas, and it's like, in fact, there's a James Thurber story about it. I can't believe I'm this much of a nerd. Where there's like the old woman's paranoid that criminals are going to come blow chloroform under her door at night, knock her unconscious, and steal all her stuff. And it's like, lady, this is not going to happen. First of all, they just kill you. Yeah, I guess that's the plan. We're gonna go beat up an old man, confront an ultimate evil. Hopefully, a bunch of other stuff will happen. This is the worst idea I've ever had.
Oh boy.
I'm sold.
All right. So was the kidnap the Dante plan something you want to do right now or tomorrow?
I think before we get really involved with stuff, I think this is probably a good play. You guys think this is a good spot?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm pitching for. If you guys want to do one more scene where we just beat up Dante.
I think I could take you.
boy.
I think I could take you all.
I think because Dante would resist, and I've seen Theta roll that he might actually pull it off. I think we should wait.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
well,
so-
guess I need to buy coercive arcana.
Let's go ahead and end the session then. We're going to make this a chapter and have extra
And
special
also,
stuff.
this is the chapter end, and the next time the session starts and Zach has his powers back, we might not necessarily need Dante, but I'm still gonna try and kidnap him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. This is so that everything regenerates, so that we're nice and ready, because danger is approaching a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So now's the
Okay.
time.
Well, now is the time to call to power. So that means all of your gifts that were listed one episode or one chapter, I forget which the book lists, have recharged. So who had Distress Soak? One of you has Distress Soak, right?
That was James, I believe.
Okay, so James, your Distress Soak has recharged.
Okay.
Excellent.
Let's go ahead and do mottos first then. Dante.
Sorry, I'm not on the right page.
Oh.
Always face the curtain with a bow.
All right.
Change your motto to
Claudia.
a downer motto.
Yeah, I changed it when I knew what was coming. And then it didn't come.
There's build up. Anyway, Claudia.
Justice tempered by mercy.
James.
There's gotta be a logical explanation.
Edmund.
No matter how much you try to hide your dirty secret, I'll find it out, and I hope you got a good smile for the paper.
Zachariah.
I won't let the people I love get hurt. Never again.
All right. So that is everyone's mottos, and everyone will get 3 experience for today. Because chapter end, our debrief, and the mottos. So congratulations, everybody. I'm not sure we specifically accomplished a goal here, but I think maybe there's a case for making a new one. Instead of
Well, we still
stopping
have
on,
to.
yeah.
We still stop the entity, so
Mhm.
that's a thing. This is the opposite of stopping Osborn, but hopefully one of those two things will happen. Because if the entity kills Osborn, that solves that problem.
Yep. And I'll go ahead and ask. What did everyone think today? Today was an interesting session of just seeing what happens when we all take some time to recover. I think it turned out a little cute. What do you guys think?
I'm laughing a lot.
I think this is a horrible idea, but
Me
think
too. Me too.
Yep, I agree that it's terrible. And I often have praised. I like the fact that I feel like I'm in a living, the workers' shadows. They're having their own adventure. I just happen to come into it. I always like the idea that stuff is going on. That I'm just guys are having your own adventure. It was hilarious.
I just want to.
Yeah.
I just want to.
I had quite a lot planned out initially, and then when I realized that, wait a second, you're about to go straight into this location, you have no idea what's about to happen. I tried my best to at least throw the information out there. It never reached anyone's ears. Everyone's holding everything close to their chest right now. But
Yeah,
it was
but
hilarious anyway.
for me, that's part of the fun.
It is, it's definitely entertaining right now. But at least my goal has been accomplished here of making sure everyone's aware of the next danger they should focus on. And I think that's going well.
Yeah, here I
Uh,
thought everything was done, and now it's just gotten worse. But then I keep forgetting. Wait, we're not. This isn't a superhero story. This is a cult horror story. Damn it!
It-
Damn it! Damn it!
It turns out you didn't destroy one of the cults, and the other one has fractured, apparently.
I thought, well, I'll just get Sigovic's help. He's a reasonable person. Oh wait, we successfully shattered his crime empire.
Yeah, now it's doing state legal crime. Or is it? Uh, I do like though. I was wondering like if you would go in on that or not because they're clearly up to no good still, right?
It's just a big cluster. I thought, well, now we can focus
Yeah.
on crime.
Yeah. It's like, well, there's the supernatural stuff happening. You'll get back to the crime later. But I definitely like that fun part, making the world breathe a little bit. The worker shadow. I tried to workshop that name for a while. I finally found something I was happy with.
Well, the purpose of cooldowns is to successfully communicate to the players and the game master a sense of attrition, that stuff is getting
Mhm.
used up. Like a big problem with a lot of games is if something's just a skill roll, then you can just try it forever. This is a problem with things like stealth or diplomacy. They don't have any specific limitations on them. Whereas hit points, people understand how that works. You have a number and it goes down and then disappears. So part of the reason, that's a major reason why we have cooldowns in the game to communicate to the players. This is how often we expect you to burn through these things, and that's a big reason why Magic has a cooldown of once a chapter, because we wanted to make Magic really easy and powerful to use, but you could run out of it. Like I felt like
Yeah.
when we did Willow Springs, Willow Springs had a good ending where we burned out of our magic and we still squeaked through it, but we went through some resources, and because we couldn't just get those back, we couldn't just say, look, we can't just rest for 24 hours and come back. We need to finish this today. And then when we got back here and Zachariah is still depleted, That's another reason why we said it's supposed to be like an episode. It's supposed to be like, well, if we're supposed to have another, if the big climax hasn't happened yet, then we are burned out. And I don't know, it's a little bit of a side effect. So, hopefully, I'm glad that we had enough time to go ahead and flip that switch.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to use that switch just to sort of bring back to the investigation, because that was going to be the next step. So I felt that was a good thing to do. I think it worked out more or less.
Yeah, because I'm always want to avoid the problem of lack of urgency or lack of op cost. That's a bigger problem in fantasy games, like where players can just kill everything in a room and then take a nap. Like that drives me. Have you guys ever been in a D&D game like that? Because that drives me crazy.
Oh yeah, like it's like our dungeon master started having monsters ambush us at night so he couldn't just take a nap.
Right, and that's a longer story, but I've noticed this in multiple D&D games where people will like all attack one room and then camp, and then do the next room and then camp, and it just makes a mockery of the entire cooldown system.
I think rules-wise, the thing that gets me is like trying to make sure that I remember these specific time periods are happening when certain story things happen, while also continuing to do my style, which is very much a train of one damn thing to the next, which never ever actually stops.
Right. The big thing with Magic was that we wanted to. I mean, I've talked about this a lot. We wanted to simulate magic points, which I think are an interesting idea. Of you can have a fair amount of power that slowly dwindles, but we went with the die rolling thing because we wanted it to be random. We didn't want people to hoard it. So we don't know when Zachariah is going to burn out. We just know Zachariah is going to burn out.
And I'm glad that was an example roll, because I would have burnt out on that roll.
Nice.
Right. And that's also why, but you have the Reckoning Soak. So you basically get about 20 rolls before it burns out, which is a fair amount. And magic, as we've seen in the game, is really powerful. So, and we have 2 wizards, so I would think that we would still have enough power to do it. We just need to get Dante out there. I'm going to go boot him in the butt.
Just tell him to stop being a mopey old man.
Oh, boo-hoo, your brother's dead. Get over yourself.
Hey, at least I'm not so
father
broken up over my brother's death that I can't go out and do something about it.
Well, we'll give him the heroic speech once we get on top of it. So,
Yeah.
After we've kidnapped him. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, yeah, I mean, basically, I know it's a problem when you do have a cooldown. You can run into the opposite problem with a GM just exhausts the players too quickly and doesn't give them any recourse to bounce back, which is the opposite problem, where everyone is
where everyone's constantly miserable. They don't get to do the things that they wanted to.
Well, and it happens. Sometimes we have dice, which means we have bad rolls. If you're rolling, some of them will be bad, and we can find ourselves depleted for a while. But so I like the fact that we had some time to bounce back from this. The threat has a tangible timeline that we know about, because that's important. A clock isn't ticking unless we know about it. Or to use my favorite phrase, the purpose of having a doomsday device is to tell everyone about it.
Yeah. Well, what's the point of all these big, terrible things that are going to threaten to destroy the city if you guys aren't aware they're happening? You can't feel fear about it then.
Right. So we have to be aware of clocks, and we have to know when they're going to, or have some idea when they're going to go off. Because if we don't know, informing us that we have about a day before the thing gets here, it puts urgency. It makes me think, well, I don't want to talk to Osborne, but I've got no choice. I can't. Osborne wasn't my first choice. Sikovic was my first choice. And no one knows where he is.
By the way, don't talk to that guy.
What? Don't talk to Sikovic?
Let it not be said I didn't say
Dante
that.
completely didn't deliver the message.
Yeah.
Hey.
I also think it's hilarious that everybody knows of peace but isn't talking to each other. But I enjoy that sort of thing. I think you have to be in the right mindset for that kind of game.
Talking to you about it literally makes it harder to stop it. So not talking to you is my best course of action.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you have to be in the right mind. I don't think that works very well for like a dungeoneering type game where it's 6 of us all trying to fight monsters and we depend on each other's lives. Like that needs a better esprit de corps. This is more of an intrigue game.
Hmm.
Right, where it's more fashionable for everyone to spread out and get their pieces of the story, and then maybe come back and say, "Well, these all fit together, don't they?"
Right, and it works better for this style of game.
All right. Well, I need to jump off here and
All right.
get some food on me and get some rest before I got to go to work.
So we'll go ahead and conclude it here. Thank you everyone for playing. Glad we could have you all here, and I hope everyone had a fun time.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
you. Bye, everybody.
Y'all later.
All right, catch you all later.
Yep, thanks.